G'day everyone, it's Turbo Tristan, and today we will be running in the purple Lamborghini. So you would have seen by the thumbnail that this thing makes quite a lot of power. It can go upwards of 2,000, but it definitely won't be anywhere near that today because of the heat. But we are at Roll Racing in Sydney. So I've gone from Melbourne to Sydney. I haven't been back in 5.5 years, so catching up with all my buddies. And yeah, this was my scene. When I lived in Sydney, my scene was GTRs, Lambos, other street cars, Silvia Skylines, all that sort of stuff. So this car has won it, I think, a record number of times, at least 6. I'll confirm that later on in the video. But check the quality of the cars out. So yeah, a bit more later on, but this is the intro. We're at Roll Racing. We're going in the fastest car I've ever been in my entire life, which is my buddy Tony, and his brother Alex will be driving, my old housemate. And GTR for the win. So yeah, more later on. Heading out for the first run of the night on low boost, the lowest setting it can have. First time in a twin turbo Lambo. I used to come all the time and get a few rides in this back when it was stock, and stock's like 640 horsepower. Now we're minimum double that, so only on low boost. And these are just like the tests and the first like fun runs, so whoever we line up against, that's who we're racing. It's not serious yet, it's just muck around. So but Alex is driving, and even he doesn't know what boost it's on or what it's going to do, so we just wait and see. So what happens is you pull up next to someone, you start rolling, and it's usually about what, 50 k's an hour. There'll be a light which you'll see, a Christmas tree, that'll go green. That's if both cars are side by side, and then off you go. You only race for about 250 meters thereabouts, but in that time we're hitting well over 200 k's an hour. And once we turn it up, there's a terminal speed challenge later on tonight, so who can do the fastest time or the fastest speed over that short distance. So it's pretty incredible. Don't know if my sack's big enough to go then when we do that, but we'll see. This might be nothing. It might feel slow, you know. Maybe. It is a European car that's designed for a lot of power. It's not a Honda Civic with no interior. So it looks like we're going to be up against this Falcon Ute, so 2-wheel drive. You can see what's going to happen here. Porsche versus S3.
Might get pumped.
Might get pumped. It's got some pretty serious meat on the back. Nice and dirty on the road there. So once the cars clear off, they'll send us up. Holy shit, that was low boost. Mother. I don't even know what happened. Can't even remember anything.
267.
267 k's an hour
down.
on low boosts in 250 meters. 267 k's an hour. That actually wasn't scary at all, surprisingly.
Wait till it goes up. That was alright.
It's just like, don't breathe for 5 seconds and then you're all good. Yeah. I had nothing to worry about. That was nothing. But bloody fast.
Sounds like it's got more than 1,000 horsepower.
That's one very, very angry Evo.
How much power?
What was that, 1200? line makes 300. Some more.
Fucking dead.
Fuck me. Woo. Oh yeah, I felt my brain go back in my head that time. Man.
You fucking jumped hard.
Yeah.
We still got it. Like top end.
It's right at the line. To be honest, I was shit scared of going in it because 2,000 horsepower, a split second issue and something goes wrong, you're doing nearly 300 k's an hour, spinning out of control, there's concrete walls everywhere, and I don't know, mortality, fear, all that sort of stuff set in, and I was in two minds of whether or not I wanted to even get in the car because I've had some pretty powerful cars in the past. I had a 400, 500 horsepower GTR R32, and then I had a daily 500 horsepower R33, and you could turn that all the way up to 700 horsepower and still drive that around as a daily, but it was rough, it was a pig. You needed a completely open road to do anything on the street, like a third gear pull or anything like that. It was just really sketchy, and even on the track it would torque steer and do all sorts of stuff, and it just wasn't fun, and it probably wasn't designed to go that fast and have that much power. Yep, people are running 5s and 6s with them, and that's all well and good. A lot of chassis development and suspension stuff and stuff to make it go fast in a straight line, but GTRs were meant to go around corners around a racetrack and make like 300 horsepower. Now they're making 2,500, pretty sketchy to be in, and you even see them at roll racing going down the track. The nose is right up in the air and they're just like darting side to side, like torque steering every gear change. What a handful. You see the in-car footage on Facebook and the guys like rah, everywhere trying to keep the thing straight, and I thought, you know, they're 1,500 to 2,000. This is 2,000 plus in a Lambo. And I didn't want to go in it. Anyway, long story short, we got there. I went, YOLO, let's go in the car. And just drives like a normal car. It's got AC, it's got full weight, it's got everything. And anyway, it's our turn to go. We're on a lower boost setting. You know, it's still making probably 1,500 horsepower on its low boost setting. We take off. The thing just hooked, threw me back in the seat. And then once the initial jolt happened and I went back in the seat, just like a solid push, someone just pushing on your chest for like 5 seconds, harder and harder and harder, just like taking off in a jet. But the car did not move once, it didn't wiggle, it just squatted and went in a perfect dead straight line. Put it in drive, hold the wheel straight, hang on and floor it. So I was like, man, what was I even scared of? It was less scary than my 230 horsepower Civic. My 230 horsepower Civic going down the straight at Sandown at 180 to 200 k's an hour is far more scary than doing nearly 300 k's an hour in a twin turbo Lambo. Now, that may sound weird to some people, but this car is meant to do 100 kilometers an hour. The Lambo is meant to do 350 kilometers an hour. So two different cars designed for two different things. The Lambo is comfortable at speed, whereas the Civic is well out of its comfort zone, and you've got to really do a lot of work to make these cars go that fast in a safe manner that is stable. So that's not meant to do that. The Lambo is. We went out for another run, and I put the camera on my face this time, and you'll see whilst you get thrown back in your seat, you're just held there. It's like G-forces. But again, that was turned up like 2 or 3 times. So it might have been 17, 1800, maybe there, that sort of ballpark. And again, super, super safe, super smooth, super straight. The car just went, off it went. So yeah, really nothing to be scared of in a 2000 horsepower street car that you can drive. They drove it to the track, they drove it home, drove it to get food afterwards, went for a cruise. Like, the car is a street car. Whilst the other cars do drive on the street and they are street cars and they're registered, this car is exactly standard, everything, nothing stripped out, full glass, full power options, full comfort options as far as you can get comfortable in a Lambo with carbon fiber factory seats. But anyway, you guys get the picture. So I did try and film like a whole vlog at the event and show everyone what it's like, but it is so freaking loud. There is so much going on. There's so many people talking, swearing, there's music, there's PA systems, there's people revving up their cars, there's 2-step checks, and yeah, I can't wait to get back to Sydney, hang out with my buddies again, and yeah, here's me playing with Honda Civics, they're playing with Lambos and GTRs. 2 different worlds, Sydney and Melbourne, but that's what it is, and I do miss the roll racing scene. It is, in my opinion, besides circuit racing, roll racing is the best motorsport spectator sport we have currently in Australia. If you go watch the F1, it's just zoom, 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 and you got to watch it on the TV screen anyway to see what's going on. If you go to Bathurst 1000, it's the same thing. You sit in one spot, the track's 6Ks long, and it's lots and lots of noise, lots of drunk people, and then chung, bunch of cars go past. You wait 2 minutes, boom, they all go past again. You go to drifting, it's lots and lots of noise, lots of smoke, lots of sliding, you know, fair bit of action. It's pretty exciting. After 1, 2, couple of hours, it just gets annoying and it's too much, in my opinion, but I'm old. Circuit racing's good. It's much more chill. You can join in, participate. You're out there, you're doing the driving. It's fun, you're learning. There's other people you're racing around, going as fast as you can around corners and getting the best lap time, so that's pretty fun. But roll racing, even if you're not driving, the atmosphere, there's sometimes 5,000 people or more. Grandstands are full, there's atmosphere, there's rivalry with the type of cars, rivalry with the workshops, rivalry with buddies, rivalry with people that just had rivalry. The luck of the draw, it's eliminations. They might start out with 50 cars, round 1, 25 cars, round 2, 13 cars, round 3, 7 cars, 4 cars, 2 cars, 1 car. So it just goes all the way down to winner takes all. If you lose, you're back on the trailer, and I think it's really fun, it's really cool. So one day I hope we have something comparable in Victoria and the rest of the country. They do it at some tracks, but to be honest, nothing compares to Sydney roll racing so far that I've seen online or been to or any of that sort of stuff. It just looks pretty lame. I really miss the roll racing scene in Sydney. Plus they've got Eastern Creek, one of the best tracks in the world, and one of the best drag strips in the world. So it's a bit of everything all there for everyone. But yeah, check this out, see what you think, let me know. Comment below, give me your opinions, what do you think? Don't forget to spool up, bring the boost. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.